Consuela works in a diagnostic lab. She's currently working to anticipate how fast melanoma can multiply in the human body. This is the equation that she's using. So let's reduce this. But let's go over a few things. When reducing fractions with variables, divide out common variables. We will use the same process as we did when dividing out common numbers. And when there are exponents, it may help to expand them or write them out. So, for instance, m to the third is really m times m times m. And remembering that the little dot is a sign of multiplication. So let's go back to our problem. So when we have letters and numbers right next to each other, like it is right here, it really means we're multiplying them out. So let's now expand them. So 6 can actually be broken out to 2 times 3. Then we can write out 4 m's. And then we have 2 n's and 1 o. Now we have 10, which can be broken down into 2 and 5. We have 2 m's, we'll write them out, and 1 n. Perfect. So now let's start dividing things out. So we see that we have 2 here and a 2 here. We can cross these out because 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. We have an m here and an m here. Let's divide these out because m divided by m is also 1. We have another m here and an m here. Let's cross these out as that will equal 1. Now we don't have any more m's on the bottom, so let's look at n's. We have an n here and an n here. So we can cross these out because n over n is equal to 1. So now we're left with a 3, 2 m's, and an n and an o. And then just a 5 on the bottom. So now let's recombine our exponents and kind of rewrite this all out. So we have 3 m squared n o over 5. This is our final reduced fraction. So let's look through another example. Example 2. Dimitri has been diagnosed with melanoma. His oncologist, doctor who specializes in cancer, is determining the rate that his melanoma should respond to chemotherapy treatment. Through this equation, reduce this fraction. So let's write out. So 54 is kind of a bigger number. So let's go ahead and do our factor tree again. So we know it can be divided by 2. So we can just do this real quick. 27. So we have 27. Now 27 can be broken down into 3. So 3 times 9 is 27. 9 can be broken down into 3 times 3. So here we are with our 4 numbers that are prime numbers. So let's take that back and write it all out for the top. So we have 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. We have 2 A's, 1 B, and 1 C. And now this is all over. 9 can be broken into 3 times 3. We have 2 A's, 2 B's, and 1 C. So now let's start dividing out the common or shared numbers or variables between them. So we have 2 3's. So with this, we can cross these out on top and bottom because 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. now we have two a's. So a here. Let's cross these out because that's also equal to 1. An a here and an a here. Let's cross these out as that is also equal to 1. And so now we're left with a b here and a b here. We'll cross these out because b over b is 1. And then now we're having one c on top and one c on the bottom, so we'll cross these out. So now we're left with on the top the 2 and the 3, and on the bottom just the b. So when we write this in reduced fraction, we would write 6 over b. So this is our final reduced fraction. So remember, when reducing fractions with variables, it is important to remember to separate out all the factors and exponents in the numerator and the denominator. Then divide out the terms and finally recombine the numbers in the numerator and the denominator back together for your final answer.